It's your boy. Who is Hendo? And we back talking sports. So sorry, my brother washing clothes and shit. So um, I watched a few preseason games. I'm not really covering the preseason like that because it don't really matter to me. You can go 4-0 or 5-0 in the preseason and be a trash team. But one thing that I do want to talk about is how good Cat and Brunson and the Knicks have been looking in the preseason, and why I think that they are going to be the biggest threat to Boston in the East. What's up now? This past game, Cat had 25 and 12, and Jalen Brunson had 23. Um, their pick and roll looked dynamic, for real. It looked dynamic. They got Tyler Kolek, who is a good three-point shooter. That's going to be off the bench. Deuce McBride is going to replace what Dante DiVincenzo gave to them. Now, I don't know about the defensive end. You know what I'm saying? That's still much to be desired. But he's going to give them what they need. What you mean? Cat be going crazy in the post. Did you not see him in his preseason game? He was going crazy in the post. Cat got some post game. Y'all better start watching Karl Anthony Towns. He got some post game. That's for sure. You don't have to do that. KP not dominating in the post. KP do exactly what Cat do. He's just a way better defender and rim protector. But KP do the same thing that he do. The reason why I think that the Knicks are the biggest threat to the Boston is because I think they match up the best with them. They got OG and Mikal, who's going to guard Tatum and Brown. Now, you do have the defensive liability in Jalen Brunson with Derek White. That's going to be a problem. If Cat can play average defense on KP, they can be good because KP can't guard him on the perimeter. Now, maybe in the paint, he can block a couple of his shots. Then you got Josh Hart, who is a wonderful glue guy. He showed last year in the playoffs that he can make clutch shots and that he's the best rebounding guard, bro, in the league, period. So I think their defense, I think they matched up size-wise and matchup-wise the best with Boston. I don't believe in Milwaukee perimeter defense. I don't believe in Joel Embiid and Paul George in the playoffs. Cleveland, I don't believe in at all. I don't think they can do anything. Orlando is still super young. They still much to be desired. But that's low-key my dark horse out the East. I do still think Boston is going to the finals. I still think Boston coming out the East. But if somebody beat them, I think it's going to be the Knicks. So if the Knicks was to beat Boston, I wouldn't be surprised. That's how good I think the Knicks are going to be this year. No, you're right, Cheyenne. You're right. He do get happy as hell with them threes. But he does have a post game. He just need to utilize it more. If he don't utilize it, then what are you there for, bro? To be a 7-foot guard? So I agree with you, Cheyenne. He does get three happy. A lot. That's why a lot of the criticism was coming down on him. And he did get a reputation for being soft. But I think last year he cleaned that up with guarding Jokic because he was playing way better defense than Jokic on on Jokic than Rudy Gobert. And Rudy Gobert is a DPOY, and he couldn't even stay on the floor in the Olympics. Fuck out of here, bro. So yeah, I believe the Knicks match up really well with Boston. Now, I would pick Boston in 6 or 7, but I don't see any other team taking Boston to. I think they can beat the Bucks in 6. I think they can beat Orlando in 6. I think they could beat any team outside of maybe the Knicks in 6 or less. I think the Knicks would take Boston to 7 games. And that's just where I'm at with it. Yeah, the Warriors still need help on defense. Interior defense. Our perimeter defense is actually okay. We just need to stop fouling so much. We play pretty good defense on the perimeter. The interior is where we need help at, bro. Maybe Quentin Post can help us and develop into something that we can, use, but it's still up in the air. TJD is not a center. TJD is a 4 at best. TJD probably could play the 4 and then maybe Quentin Post on the 5, but we gonna have to go get a center still, unless Quentin Post can come in and be something that we really like. Right. It's always been the defense. It's the interior defense though, Cheyenne. It's not really the perimeter. Our perimeter defense is pretty good. It's the interior defense. Like, we can't stop big men. We need a big man who can play defense and give us offense too. Looney does not fit with this team anymore. He just doesn't. I was waiting for a new Looney. He lost his way. He did this. He's still slow. He's still not shooting well. He doesn't really fit with this team no more like that. But yeah, the Knicks, I really like what the Knicks have done with the Mikal Bridges pickup and the blockbuster trade of the summer, getting Cat from Minnesota. I think Minnesota got good pieces too. I don't think it was a lose. I don't think it was any team lost the trade. I think Minnesota got what they needed. They wanted Cat off of the books so they could have more flexibility later on. They got Dante DiVincenzo, somebody who can space the floor and is a veteran and is gonna show up in the playoffs. They got Julius Randle, who could be an all-NBA player for them, depending on how they use him. But I just think that the Knicks got the better end of the trade. Because I think what Cat does for their offense, stretching the floor, being able to shoot the 3, getting up out of the lane so that Jalen Brunson could collapse the defense more. Now on the defense is where Cat is going to have to step up. And that's where Mitchell Robinson, he's going to actually be out for the rest of this year. For the rest of the 2024. So he's supposed to come back next year sometime, which means they're one of their backup centers, whether it's Precious Achiuwa or somebody, is going to have to step up. But I think the Knicks are good enough to withstand that. So we'll see what really happens. Yeah, we'll see what really happens. But I just don't see anybody else in the East coming close to Boston, except for the Knicks right now. You could say the Sixers, but is Joel Embiid going to be there? Is Paul George might be hurt? I just can't trust them. I didn't see too much evidence of them two getting hurt or being shitty in the playoffs. I didn't see now Tyrese Maxey. I know he gonna show up in the playoffs. Paul George show up sometimes, but other times he play like shit. Joel Embiid was balling last year in the playoffs, but he went home in the first round. Simple. So I don't know. We'll see what happens in the East. I think the East is going to be significantly better this year. I think the East and the West is going to be on par with each other. I do. You got Orlando got better. I think Boston's still the champs. They stayed the same. The Knicks got a lot better. The Sixers got better. Indiana kind of stayed the same. Orlando got better. I mean, and it's always one team that comes out of nowhere that is a surprise. Don't know who that team is yet, but who knows? Lonzo Ball is back too. One of my favorite point guards in the league. I'm happy Lonzo is back. Can't wait to watch him, bro. But yeah, I think the Knicks are the biggest threat to Boston. And like I said, the three reasons why: the Cat trade. Number two, I think they match up the best with Boston. And number three, I think their defense is going to be good enough to hang with Boston. Not beat them, but hang with them. I don't see another team with all three of those. I don't. But Boston is going to be really tough, though. You're not just coming in and beating Boston. That's what you're not doing. You're not just coming in and beating Boston. But the Knicks got it all. If the Knicks don't win with this team, if they don't win the championship with this team, Jalen Brunson ain't that guy, and then we know for sure Cat ain't that guy. This team should at least get to the conference finals this year. At least get to the conference finals, bro. If they lose to Boston, that's not a failure, bro. Because Boston, they are literally the champs. And they got the best, like the most balanced, and to me, the best starting five in the league. They got two-way players at every position. They got perimeter defense and shooting, and Drew Holiday and Derek White. Those two not even really role players. Like, you can't even really classify Derek White and Drew Holiday as role players. It's like fringe all-stars or some shit like that. Then you know what Tatum and Brown do, the two T's. And KP was the X factor for a lot of their games and series. So ain't no shame in losing to Boston, but if they lose to anybody else, it's a failure. I think they can beat anybody else. And that's real. So like, share, subscribe. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Who's the biggest threat to Boston in the East? Now, the biggest threat to Boston overall, I think, is OKC. I think it's OKC, then the Knicks. I think OKC is the biggest threat overall because I think they made some of the most improvements with Hartenstein and Caruso and stuff. So these are my thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. It's been Who Is Hendo with another video. I'm out. You know what it is, man. Definitely like, share, subscribe. I think, like I said, the Knicks, they got something going for real. And I think a lot of people are underestimating how well I believe Cat is going to fit with them. So y'all stay tuned for sure. Because it's gonna be a great season. A great season. Trust and believe that. The East is gonna be crazy. Hopefully my Pistons is really good. You know what I'm saying? Or at least average. I'll be happy with that, man. So this has been Who Is Hendo. Like, share, subscribe. I'm out, man. Peace.